time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Morris. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run it here with Pirine. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If he gets strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Now let's go. Blue landed.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Jackson. Forced out to his left. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Jackson now, buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. 4th down, here's Jackson. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will
No,
he?
he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he, one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now a carry for P-Ryan. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them. Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Looking to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers. as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Back to throw here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. And Lambo will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And out now come the Cowboys. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the route.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right, get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Going for the deep ball. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be taken about the 12. Oh, little 360. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first down carry for Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On third down, Jackson. He'll let it fly for Austin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened before?
No, but stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now Austin. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, here's Jackson. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The pitch goes to Barkley. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. They go play action with Jackson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Leonard Floyd. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson, and that is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Myers, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Oh, nice move. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now it's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Bailey, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw now on first down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
Let's go! Green 39!
They'll look to throw. It's caught. He finds Myers. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Here we go now.
He's back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He was looking for Daniels that time.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The toss out to Barkley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties. No.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Cowboys, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And